Column comparer, this is a very useful thing. You can see there's buttons up here. That's how the macros happen. I used to just copy and paste from the dashboard and the DIT, but I thought that using a macro could make that happen faster, so I did. So what happens here, you come in here in the report file picker. That's a function of Excel VBA, which allows you to open a file from another file so that the two will talk to each other. So when we update the dashboard, it shows up yellow. So I made this just like that because this is what's coming from the dashboard, and then the DITs are blue. So since we're doing the one for the dashboard, coming in here, so this is the one that has been updated to the next month, but it doesn't have any of the data. It has all the locations with the products that are being treated, and that's what we're comparing with the new DIT. So open that. It's open in the background, and now we go to open that. So I like to get them in a certain order. Alt-W-A will tile these things horizontally. So since they're open, we're going to simply push the button here. This thing. What happens here is in these columns, you can see there's some formulas which read through and see if it's going to compare this cell to this entire column and see if that data is missing. And this side will see if whatever's in this column is new compared to the previous column of the old dashboard. So what that does actually, these just pull the data from the dashboard, and then this, as you can see, it's just a concatenated formula and proper so that they will not all uppercase. It takes the lease name, the injection location, and the product to compare apples to apples. Same thing is done over here with the DIT. It does a count if for however many new and however many removed. So if this is something that does not show up in this column, then next to here will be new. And if this is something that does not appear in this column, then right here it'll say removed. Here we have the summary. So there's 8 new treatments that we need to account for on the new DIT. So this is a hell of a lot easier than having to eyeball back and forth. This was one of the first things that I saw needed to be done in order to streamline the reporting process. This could have taken days to go through all these one by one, but instead now you just need to go to the new, go into the DIT if there's some removed, delete them out, and then just keep updating, pushing pull continuous until these are all updated. And once these new rows are inserted into the dashboard, add line and making sure everything is going to line up exactly the same and that there are zeros on both sides of these, so there's nothing that's different between the two lines. Then you can go into the DIT, copy the gallons delivered, end date, and end inventory, and paste it in just right there. Once that's done, you move on to H2S. Pull H2S, and there is an error debug. It says lease name, looking like well name. That's what our problem is. It's looking for lease name. It's just trying to search for that. Since they're both in row A or B, let's just make, it's going to find name. The asterisk is a wildcard, multiple characters or nothing. So let's see if that works. If I can spell right. Column, oops. Now we should be column. So the same thing goes, you click the H2S, it'll do the same comparison stuff, copy the data over into the dashboard, into these columns. And that's all.